Two programs on the rise in the ACC in recent years, meeting tonight in Winston-Salem. The 7-3 Wolfpack of NC State and the 6-4 Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. Clemson won the ACC Atlantic. This game could decide who finishes second. Wake is bowl eligible for the second straight year. NC State on pace to reach 7 league wins for the first time in team history. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the ballpark. Alongside Kirk Morrison, I'm Clay Matvick. Should be a fun night. Both of these teams coming off wins. They're rivals. They still have a lot to play for. How do they get it done?
Well, for NC State, they get it done with 9 senior starters on defense, including Bradley Chubb, the potential top 10 NFL draft pick come next year. When you talk about Wake Forest, how do they get it done? Well, they get it done with a guy which I call Mr. RPO. That's John Wolford, the quarterback. 700 plus yards for this offense last week for Wake versus Syracuse. Be a joy to watch him play tonight.
Wind could be a factor tonight. 16-mile-an-hour winds, gusting to 21. There is some rain in the forecast. We're going to keep our fingers crossed. But going into that south end zone tonight could be a bear. Wake Forest is win the toss. They elected to defer to the second half. They're going to have the wind to their back to kick off. Mike Weaver doing the honors. And Nyheim Hines, the very dangerous return man, is back for NC State in the white uniforms. Went right through his hands, but they're going to start at the 25. Ryan Finley, the starting quarterback for the Pack. He's 6'4", 210 pounds, the junior out of Phoenix. 15 touchdown passes, 4 interceptions on the year, 1 rushing touchdown. He has put on 15 pounds this season, 15 pounds of good weight. Some people can do that. He is one of those people. Number 19 in the college football playoff rankings this week. And they've got the 5th ranked offense in the ACC. Cole Cook, the tight end, goes in motion. First play from scrimmage is a running play to Nyheim Hines. Hines is the leading rusher, but the guy to keep an eye on is number 1, Jalen Samuels.
Yeah, Jalen Samuels is going to line up all over the field tonight, whether it's tight end, running back, wide receiver. He's the guy they're trying to get the ball to.
He's in the slot to the right, but they pitch it to Hines again. And takes it across the 30-yard line, roughed up by Cameron Glenn, out of bounds. Third down coming up. Finley needs a big game tonight here, Kirk. 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in his last 3 games. He hasn't been really sharp.
Yeah, it's getting off to a fast start. You mean for him to start getting the ball out of his hands a little bit quicker. Last week, definitely out of rhythm versus Boston College. Getting the ball out quickly. How he's going to start this game.
Third down and 4 for Finley. Fires it out, receiver screen. Samuels has that first down. He is their leading receiver. And a very effective runner. We're going to see him, as you mentioned, in both aspects of the game.
You got to get the ball to him early and often. You get the ball in his hand, just let him be a playmaker. Mr. Samuels, a lot of moves on him. When he gets the ball in the open field, he's hard to bring down.
Just tied a school record, 39 straight with a catch. First down, Finley. Cox fires. It's complete to Harmon. Kelvin Harmon having a great sophomore season. He is going to pick up 9 on first down.
I love what they're doing right now with Finley. They talked about last week being out of sync, out of rhythm early on versus Boston College. So far, some nice, quick, easy throws, a couple flares, couple quick screens. That was a simple little in route, a nice completion, getting him off to a nice fast start.
I'm going to call it second down and 2. Hines shifts in behind Finley. They put it in his breadbasket, and he finds a big running lane and gets into plus territory. Finally pushed out at the 45-yard line by Grant Dawson.
Yeah, watch the block right here by the left guard. Tony Adams creates a nice little crease, and that's all you need for Hines. Just a little bit of room, allow him to get through that line of scrimmage and make a play.
Welcome everybody to Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Alongside Kirk Morrison, I'm Clay Matvick. We've got a good one for you in the ACC. North Carolina State and Wake Forest. Both teams coming off wins. This is a rivalry game. Both teams still have a lot to play for in the season. This is NC State's opening drive, second down and 11. And already into Wake territory. Ryan Finley, the starting quarterback, will throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well covered by the linebacker, Grant Dawson. Here's your third down and 11. Reggie Gillespie in the backfield with Finley. Stepping up in the pocket, in trouble. Finds some room and takes a punishing hit at the 37-yard line. Short of the first down line to gain. Jabari Williams, the outside linebacker, throwing his weight around.
Really nothing there for Finley. He's looking down. This is what you call a coverage sack. Great coverage in the back end. The pressure gets to him. Finley takes off. But you got to finish, and this is what Wake Forest does defensively.
Dave Doran doesn't trust his field goal kicking, especially going into the wind here in their south end zone. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 2. Field goal kicking has been a mess this year for the Wolfpack. Finley rushed, and it's incomplete. The clock was ticking on Ryan Finley as Demetrius Kemp had the pressure, and Wake Forest will take over on downs.
Yeah, no one accounts for Demetrius Kemp. He comes through free, untouched. He made Finley have to rush it, and that was just a bad throw. Just Finley, no one picked him up. It was a late blitz. Reggie Gillespie, the running back, number 25, saw him late, but by that time he was already in the face of Finley. A nice 4th down stop for Wake Forest.
Wake Forest has a terrific defense under first-year coordinator Jay Sawvell. It's a very disruptive group. And they give it to the offense now. Matt Colburn with his first carry of the night, first of many we suspect. He had 31 last week against Syracuse in what was a record-setting day. 734 yards for the offense. John Wolford, the quarterback, accounted for 6 total touchdowns. And the senior, an RPO master. The play fake, drops it right into Tabari Hines. Big play for the Demon Deacons, and they're in NC State territory.
Yeah, you need time to throw, and Mr. RPO, like I said earlier, waits, allows the route to develop, catches Hines, drag it all the way across the field. A nice pass already, Mr. Wolford.
Gain of 39. Wolford hit, got rid of it, caught at the 13 by Hines again. Hines coming off a career-high 9 catches for 124 yards last week against Syracuse. He has really raised his game since Greg Dortch got hurt. They run it this time. It's Colburn again. He's got the first down.
And if you're Wake, this is how you want to start the game. A big play early on, then you're right back onto the line of scrimmage, and you're watching John Wolford as he orchestrates this offense, already back on the line.
Handoff again to Colburn. Finds some running room, and he's going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Wake. Well, we wondered what they would do for an encore. We're getting an idea right now as it's an impressive opening drive.
It's an impressive opening drive, but who'd they go away from? They went away from Bradley Chubb, the defensive end. They went to the left and just blocked man-on-man blocking, and Colburn just finds an opening, gets through for the touchdown for Wake.
Mike Weaver comes on for the extra point for the Demon Deacons. 5 plays, 64 yards in just over a minute and a half. Well, the win tonight, if they can get it, would match last year's total for Wake Forest. This is a program feeling really good right now. Colburn takes it in, and Wake leads. Welcome back to Winston-Salem. You're watching the ACC on ESPN. Clay Matvick, Kirk Morrison, our crew. Comfortable night here, maybe with the exception of that wind. Wake Forest a good start, leading 7-0. A 5-play, 64-yard drive in 1:32 after NC State turned it over on downs after 9 plays on its opening series. Only a handful of games in the entire country today between teams with winning records. This is one of them. Wake out to a good start. Nyheim Hines cut down just shy of the 30-yard line. He's going to get 4. Demetrius Kemp with great closing speed. He has been active here in the first quarter.
Early on, this game is going to be won in the trenches. That's on both sides. If you're North Carolina State, you want NC State, you want to rely on this offensive line. Try to get some push. You feel like you're the more dominant team up front.
Cole Cook, the tight end, bouncing around in motion, showing blitz, and then Hines off the handoff, rips through a hole and gets a first down. Rusher for NC State hit a 50-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter last week at Boston College. This is the 5th-ranked offense in the ACC. But the question for Eli Drinkwitz, when we talked to the offensive coordinator this week, could they find a rhythm early on? They didn't do that at BC last week and really haven't in recent weeks. Jalen Samuels, number 1, he'll swing back behind Finley. He's got in the flat, but Finley's going to go deep down the field, and he's got a man in Harmon. Harmon finally swung out of bounds near the 20-yard line. A big pickup for the Wolfpack. It's a gain of 31.
That's the guy you're trying to get the ball to, but all the attention was on who? It was on Jalen Samuels, and that's how Harmon's able to streak behind the defense because of Samuels' motion, and everybody paid attention to him, forgot about Harmon.
Harmon second in the league in receiving yards. And this is Gillespie on the carry, the Wolfpack's number 2 rusher. Dawson again in on the tackle, give him 3 yards that time. Second down and 7.
You get down here into the red zone, we're going to see a lot more direct runs, I feel like. Really try to go at the teeth of this Wake Forest defense. Force them, I think, to have to guard the middle of the field. They didn't do that enough last week, I thought, at Boston College. NC State doing something different, I think, this week.
Hines hit at the 15 and driven down. Short gain. Isang Bassi, the cornerback, with the stop. This is a defense for Wake Forest that's a little short-handed here tonight. Defensive end Duke Ejiofor out with an ankle injury. Starting strong safety Jesse Bates will likely get some time tonight. He is number 3 and out on the field right now. He's going to be down there in critical situations for Wake Forest, even though he's still recovering from that sore knee. 9th play of the series. 3rd down handoff. Hines is going to be short. So now another decision here for Dave Dorn, who, like we said before, doesn't really trust his field goal kicking unit. What does he do?
You're on the road. You're going for it. That's an easy decision. You're coming here to win this football game. You're not being passive. You're being aggressive. With that last run, it sets you up with a 4th and short. This is where your offensive line takes over. You want to hand it off one more time, pick this thing up, run in the football.
And we're stopped on downs on their first series. Finley, deep handoff, Samuels. Touchdown! Jalen Samuels. They go for it on 4th down, and Samuels delivers for his head coach with his 26th career rushing touchdown.
It's the old switcheroo. It's Samuels at tailback, and Hines was the running back in motion. And all he does is just be patient. Like I said, allow that offensive line to go out there, get on their blocks. Samuels pretty much walks in for a touchdown.
Here's Kyle Bambard, their place kicker, who's been snake bitten the last few years. Missed 3 field goals last week at BC. His extra point is good. And it's a 10-play, 75-yard drive for NC State as they get the equalizer here.
One of my former teammates in the National Football League with the Buffalo Bills, Mario Williams, an outstanding athlete. I used to call him a freak of nature. A guy that big, that strong, that fast. If Chubb is anything like that, he's going to have a terrific career once he's get done here at NC State.
A lot of NFL scouts think just like you. Good return to the 34-yard line. Wolford wants to throw again. 30 yards downfield, but he can't connect with Hines. John Wolford, his interceptions have dropped. 35 INTs his last 3 years to 30 touchdowns. This year, 20 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions.
Well, you ask him, it's because of his offensive line. They've just gotten better and better each year. That's given him time to be comfortable in the pocket.
He is again here. It's going to be close to a first down for Cam Serenay. That's his first touch. The ACC receiver of the week. He had 3 touchdown catches against the Orange at the Carrier Dome last week.
To me, once you cross the 50-yard line, Serenay is the guy who really comes to life, especially down in the red zone. Been a big target for Wolford.
On 3rd and short, it's Colburn. First down yardage. Stiff arm pushing a tackler inside the 35. He just took Jonathan Alston 5 yards back with a great stiff arm and gains 14.
I like when running backs finish runs. That's a physical run. That's setting a tone for the game that letting you know you better bring it if you decide to tackle me tonight.
Draw, Wolford. Going to be hit at the line of scrimmage and dumped. The thing about Wolford, too, is he's got pretty good speed, but not fast enough to get out of the arms of Chubb.
No. Number 9 in the white tonight, NC State, Bradley Chubb, just showing you some of the athletic ability that he possesses. Getting Wolford down.
There's an RPO. Complete again to Washington. I don't think there are too many receivers in the country that are bigger than Scotty Washington.
I really feel like Scotty Washington over the last couple of weeks, because of Greg Dortch's injury being out, that he's really stepped up his game, using that big body of his, 6'5", 225, shielding a defender, making a catch there.
He had a big week last week, too, and here's another touchdown. It's Tabari Hines. Boy, this offense is a well-oiled machine right now. Wolford already over 100 yards passing. They've just set a new school record for total points in a season. Weaver makes it 14-7. John Wolford hits Tabari Hines for the go-ahead score here in Winston-Salem. .235 to go here in the opening quarter. We've already had 3 touchdowns. Wake Forest regains the lead. John Wolford over 100 yards passing already. This offense has been firing on all cylinders. 734 yards last week at the Carrier Dome. They've scored on their first 2 possessions here tonight, and now a new school record. And the way it looks, Kirk, they're going to add to this tally maybe quite a few times before it's all over tonight.
Wake Forest, the offensive machine.
365 points on the season. NC State again will go to work at the 25-yard line. First down from the 24-yard line. Jalen Samuels. Gain a handful. Amari Henderson brings him down. One quarter in the books here in Winston-Salem. It's been entertaining. Wake Forest got a touchdown run from Colburn. Samuels ties it up. And Hines with the go-ahead score. It's 14-7 Wake. NC State offensive coordinator Eli Drinkwitz. 2nd and 7. This is Hines. He's going to be stopped short of the 40, so it'll be 3rd and medium coming up. As Carlos Basham, redshirt freshman defensive end, who's going to be counted on more tonight because of Duke Ejiofor being out with that ankle injury. There's Basham.
That was one of my concerns coming in for Wake Forest. With Ejiofor out, how would this defense for Wake Forest create pressure, especially here on a 3rd and medium? See what Coach Sawvell dials up.
Finley looks right, and he's complete for a 1st down. Go-to guy, Kelvin Harmon.
That time Wake only rushes 4. Kind of played a little soft zone. Harmon, a nice little out route. Easy throw. Nice catch. Keeps the chains moving. 1st down.
4th catch for Harmon. He's got 47 yards. Finley has time to throw. Comes to the near sideline. And a man wide open at the 39 to get a huge chunk back. That's Emeka Amizi, the true freshman from North Carolina. And we expected he might get more work tonight because the Wolfpack's number 3 receiver, Steph Lewis, is dinged up with an ankle injury.
Yeah, and if you want the ball thrown to you a little bit more, you run routes like that. Amizi pushing all the way up, breaking out, but it was a nice delivery from Finley for a 1st down, or close to a 1st down.
Yeah, they got 20 on that. 2nd and 5. This is Nyheim Hines again. You get a couple.
But I think you always got to remember that once they cross the 50, it's 4-down territory for NC State. So the play calling is going to be, you'll see more runs on 2nd and 3rd down because they're going to go for it on 4th down. That's the decision I think that they've made for this game, to keep it short distances on 3rd and 4th.
And even with the wind at their back, I don't think they trust that field goal unit enough to run them out there too many times tonight. 10th play of the series. 3rd and 3. Finley, Cox fires, complete, 1st down to the 28-yard line. Here's Myers again, and they'll keep the drive alive. And Myers gets up and has some words with Kemp, who brought him down.
He's going after Kemp, and remember, Kemp is with the rover back. He's more of a run stopper. Not really has defensive back type skills, and that's Finley locating a matchup, getting the ball out there for Myers on what you would call Kemp a more of a linebacker, not a safety type.
Play action pass. Finley to this sideline. Harmon, the receiver, and he steps out just inside the 1. 1st down, goal to go, NC State.
Oh, I love double moves. Watch the double move by Kelvin Harmon. Stutters the feet, just gets enough separation. But look at the ball placement by Finley. Right over the shoulder. Terrific throw. Great catch inside the 5 for NC State.
The run. Touchdown. Reggie Gillespie pounds it in. And NC State with a good response here to start the 2nd quarter.
No, you called it. Not just a response. It was, to me, that was the drive they needed. That was a statement drive. They executed all the way down the field. And remember the penalty that brought them back. They got the 1st down and then more. They got the touchdown. Terrific job by NC State coming back, making the plays for a touchdown.
Bambard's extra point is right between the eyes. Ryan Finley, just 4 incompletions. He's got 143 yards passing. Set it up with Harmon, and then the run by Gillespie. These head coaches both had success in the MAC prior to joining the ACC. Dave Doran at NIU and Dave Clawson at Bowling Green. was the one meeting, and it was all Northern Illinois. Chandler Harnish, Jordan Lynch, the two quarterbacks leading the way for the Huskies. So that was Dave Bowl 1. This is Dave Bowl 2. And this one promises to be tighter than that first matchup.
Well, I'll tell you this, already with that score of 14-14, this is an intrastate rivalry like we talked about earlier. Two teams fighting for something bigger than where they're at right now. You know, NC State trying to get to 7 wins in the ACC. Got a couple games to do it.
And they're chasing their first 10-win season since 2002 when Phillip Rivers was a junior. And Wake could get to 9 wins. They win out, including the bowl game, which would tie the second highest win total in program history. So a lot on the line for these two intrastate rivals. Wake Forest, which has a dangerous offense right now, set to get it back. They'll start at the 25. Arkeem Byrd, the running back. They fake it to him and pass downfield to Hines. Nice move to avoid a tackle, and then slides down at the 40-yard line. John Wolford really took a shot, and he's shaking out that right arm.
Yeah, he's shaking up, but I'm telling you, he felt the pressure. He felt it coming. And you know who it was? It was the guy, number 9, Chubb, bearing down, delivers the shot, but standing in there is Wolford delivering a strike.
It's his throwing hand. Have to keep an eye on that as Arkeem Byrd gets his first touch, and it's a good one. Rips off a first down run. Gain of 13.
Here's Chubb bearing down, and looks to be his finger on the helmet of Chubb at the end. The follow through of the quarterback. I think he's feeling it right now on those fingers.
Hand off to Byrd. Just shy of the 20. Byrd out the last couple of weeks going through concussion protocol. He took a hit against Louisville. Wake Forest is very happy to have him back, especially since their starting running back, Cade Carney, has been dinged up with a knee injury. We haven't seen him in recent weeks, so it's been a lot of Matt Colburn and John Wolford in the Wake running game. Nowhere for Byrd to go this time. It'll be 3rd down and about 3.
Yeah, you mentioned it was Colburn and also the quarterback Wolford in the running game. Last week Colburn carried it 31 times. I think that's why Byrd coming back is going to keep that running back group fresh as this game goes along.
Play fake on 3rd and 2. Wolford screen. Caught by Alex Bachman. That's his first touch, and that is going to be close to a first down. They may have to measure.
They may have to measure, and I think they may be just about a length of a football short. Maybe a little bit more.
It is short. The Wake offense is going to stay out there on 4th down. Byrd in the backfield gets the carry. Bulls ahead, and he's got it. First down, Wake Forest. The red zone efficiency of Wake, Kirk, has been impressive. Number 1 in the ACC. They have scored in 40 of 43 trips coming into the night. Wolford to the 4. Man, that's a guy I want to hitch my wagon to.
This guy is tough. The guy is tough. Well, I talked about it all week. It was a joy to watch John Wolford on tape. He's fiery. He's competitive. Some of the traits that Coach Clawson wants from his quarterback.
Now this time NC State snuffs out Byrd in the backfield. Guess who? Bradley Chubb combining with Justin Jones on an NC State tackle for loss. 2nd down and goal to go. Chubb was announced this week a finalist for the Nagurski Award for the best defensive player in college football.
This is the guy for me. He comes alive, the tight end down here inside the 10-yard line. Serenay.
RPO. Serenay was the receiver Wolford looked for, but instead he checks to Hines. Touchdown. Second touchdown to Bari Hines.
I call him RPO for a reason. It's take another look, see if he gets in. I think he does. I think that's a touchdown.
Certainly from that look that he got to the pylon. And now Mike Weaver comes on for the extra point. He had an extra point blocked last week at Syracuse and returned for a 2-point conversion. But he buries this one. And Dave Clawson's Demon Deacons are back up by a touchdown. Chris Cotter, Chip Kelly, Jonathan Vilma coming up at the half. NC State, Wake Forest, in-state rivals here in North Carolina. 21-14 at the half. Clay Matvick, Kirk Morrison with you. And we came in, Kirk, talking a lot about that veteran defense of NC State. 9 seniors, but I was really impressed with Wake's defense in that first half hour.
Yeah, Wake Forest, they came here to prove a point. That I know the offense has been playing well for Wake over the last couple weeks, but it's a defense and the way that they've played. It's been running to the football, been making timely plays in the passing game, but it's been relentless. They came here to prove a point.
And both of these teams trying to improve their bowl resumes before the end of the season. Wake Forest, led by their senior quarterback, John Wolford, maybe the hottest quarterback in the country other than Baker Mayfield. And as you look at our Taco Bell game track, he won the first half when it comes to head-to-head quarterback play.
Yeah, he's been the better quarterback today. He's shown so many different ways that you can affect the game. It's not just him throwing the football. I just think that his command, how comfortable he is. And look, we got to give some credit to that offensive line, but opening up holes, but also giving Wolford enough time to go to his second and third progressions in the passing game.
Wake Forest is going to get the football to start the second half. Demon Deacons are 4-1 this season when leading at the half. They're going to have their wind, or the wind, I should say, will be at their back here in the third quarter. There's Dave Clawson, who's been a great fit here in Winston-Salem. New York native. Most of his family lives here in Charlotte. There are quite a few of his family in attendance tonight, including his parents. From inside the 15-yard line. 734 yards of offense in the Carrier Dome last week. Wake held to a modest 220 in the first half here tonight, but they've got the lead. Modest by their standards in recent weeks. Matt Colburn, just 7 carries in the first half compared to the 31 he had a week ago. Bradley Chubb, who hasn't had the impact yet tonight that I'm sure he had hoped for, he makes the tackle after a 2-yard pickup. Wolford slings it to the near sideline, incomplete. 3rd down and long, as Washington was the intended receiver. The free safety, Sean Boone, had a finger on it. They're going to hustle up to the line here. Pressure. Wolford steps up in the pocket and will dive down to the 40-yard line, well short of the line to gain, which was the 44. And that is the start defensively that Dave Huxtable was looking for. The defensive coordinator of the Wolfpack, as Street and Hill combined on the stop. Wake Forest punting unit comes out. NC State blocked a punt last week. They had good pressure on Dom Maggio. Hines fields it on the hop. And he'll be swarmed under a host of black jerseys at the 23. It's a 46-yard punt for Maggio.
Trying to come after it here, almost blocks it. They get in. You can definitely see that the intensity has picked up for North Carolina State.
Number 95, Tyrone Riley, who blocked that kick last week for NC State, nearly clipped that one.
Definitely see a sense of urgency this second half. NC State, that sideline is starting to come alive a little bit, knowing they got to play with just a little bit more, because Wake Forest definitely feeling confident.
2 long scoring drives for the Pack in the first half. Jalen Samuels trying to make an impact here early in the third quarter. Busts a run of 20 yards. Bassey finally tracks him down.
You ever heard the term making something out of nothing? There's really nothing there, but Jalen Samuels creates something. He makes guys miss. He gets into the open field. He's just a tough guy to bring down. You give him just a little bit of space, and he can create.
They go back to their traditional running back, Hines. 14th carry for Hines. Grant Dawson, the middle linebacker, makes the stop. What a weapon to have when you got Jalen Samuels, who can line up everywhere. He'll take snaps in the Wildcat, traditional running back in some sets, receiver in some. He's off the field for their 2nd down and 8. But Eli Drinkwitz loves all the options that he has at his disposal with Jalen Samuels. Incomplete, should have been caught by Myers. 3rd and 8.
That's a dangerous pass, thrown all the way across the field. Because it takes so long for that ball to get there. He actually should have made that catch, Jacoby Myers. But it's too long for that pass to get there. He's saying Bassey right there in coverage. Dangerous pass.
NC State 6 of 11 in the first half on 3rd down. Finley out of the shotgun. Sets to throw, unleashes a pass, caught at the 42. First down, NC State. That is Jamichael Ramos, the senior out of Lovejoy, Georgia, with his first touch tonight.
It all starts with the blocking up front. Finley able to step into that throw. The offensive line, they read the blitz, just giving him enough time to read the defense and deliver a strike for a first down.
Finley will throw again. It's a screen to Myers. And Wake Forest was pretty much ready for it. Kemp leading the way. Ramos is a great story for NC State. Missed all of 2016 with a knee injury. He had surgery. He was used a lot in the offense a couple of years back, and they struggled to get him involved in the offense, and he's had a hard time rounding back into form, but he made a big play to convert the first down.
One catch coming in. He just made a catch right there. So definitely finding ways to get him the football. Coming up big there.
Finley will keep it. Lunge across the 30-yard line down at the 29. It'll be 3rd down and short. And this will be 4-down territory, as it's been all evening long for Dave Doran.
Yeah, but now they're almost to the red zone. When that ball starts to get inside the 40 and the 30, a different type of offense you have to call. For me, I think offensive coordinator Eli Drinkwitz, you continue to run the ball. It's running downhill straight ahead at this Wake Forest defense as they near the red zone.
Penalty flag down. Finley on the hook will get the first down yardage. And NC State probably is going to decline this. Looked like Wake Forest was offside.
That penalty decline results in play. First down.
Yeah, they get the offsides. I believe it was one of these two guys right here. I just saw it was actually almost the whole entire defense kind of jumping off sides there. But this is what Finley does as well. He gets out of the pocket, and he knows he's got a free play. He takes what he can get and gets out of bounds. That's a good job understanding, like, free play, let me get what I can and save a hit on my body.
Finley toward the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. What a catch. It's Ramos again. No, it's Amizi. Check that. 86, Emeka Amizi with the catch.
The only place he can go catch it, high pointed, back shoulder, foot down, touchdown.
Wow.
That's how you go up and get a football.
Just need the 1 foot. He got it down. And the true freshman with a big play for the NC State offense here on its first drive of the second half. And Kyle Bambard tacks on the extra point to tie the game. That's the drive Ryan Finley was looking for to start the third quarter. Clay Mathick, Kirk Morrison, our entire ESPN crew here in Winston-Salem. We're tied up again at 21. Third tie of the game. NC State has never led in this contest, but they just got a great touchdown grab from Emeka Emezi from that guy Ryan Finley. Emezi, the first touchdown catch of his career, and it was sensational. Bachman on the return from the 10-yard line. Driven back as he got to the 27, and guess what? Emezi's fired up. He's going to get the stop on teams. What have you thought of Bradley Chubb tonight?
It's been effort, all effort. Here's a guy that just runs to the football and makes plays. He's gotten there, got a couple hits on the quarterback early on. And I tell you, John Wolford, he feels him coming. He feels him coming each and every single play. You just can't outrun him. He's determined. I mentioned the effort. You find the ways to just get to the ball carrier. His motor never stops running. That's what I've seen tonight. I've been very impressed with Bradley Chubb.
4 tackles tonight for number 9. He's been involved on a tackle for loss. Brings him to 24 on the season.
Has not come off the field. He's been out there. That's the one thing. They try to pull him off the field. Chubb saying, no way, I'm staying.
Wolford, he's going to take a shot on first down. Has a man wide open. What a catch by Chuck Wade, his old high school teammate.
Lay out and get it, Chuck Wade. The old high school connection, like you said. How many times did they do that down there in Jacksonville, Florida?
At Bishop Kenny High School. That's where they played high school ball, and Colburn is brought down for a loss on first down. Jermaine Pratt, the weak side linebacker, on the tackle. But we were talking about Finley's arm talent.
Yeah.
How about Wolford? This guy has been underrated all year, I think, in a lot of ways. He can fire it too.
It's the big play. They found it with Chuck Wade. Now they got to cash it in.
Right up the middle with a pass for Wolford. He's complete again. That's Serenay, who's been relatively quiet tonight compared to last week at the Carrier Dome.
Yeah, terrific job by NC State recognizing where Serenay is. They've had 2 eyes on him the whole night.
Wolford again throwing. This time incomplete. Hines wanting a flag. Well covered by Chris Ingram. Here's the true freshman nickelback who they test again. They wanted a holding call. They're not going to get it.
Yeah, they're not going to get that hold. That ball's just kind of a little bit overthrown, but that's the matchup. They've been in that matchup at least 2 or 3 times tonight.
Mike Weaver is going to come on for a field goal attempt for Wake Forest to try and take the lead. He is 15 of 18 with a long of 43 this year. This is going to be a 36-yard attempt with the wind at his back. Out of the hold of the punter, Don Maggio. Boy, that would have been good from 60.
Nice weapon to have in your back pocket.
NC State secures second place in the ACC Atlantic with a win tonight, but Wake Forest goes back in front by 3. And nothing is coming easy for either of these teams tonight because the opponent seems to always respond. It's been a back and forth affair here tonight. Wake goes back on top by 3 after the field goal by Weaver from 36 yards. Trowell on the return. Hines has not come back out of the locker room. Jalen Samuels on the carry. The ball comes out. First turnover of the game. Wake's got it back. Paris Black with the recovery. And the guy who's been very active tonight from the linebacking core, Demetrius Kemp, popped it out.
It was coming down to which team was going to flinch or make the mistake first. And it's NC State not holding on to the football. Samuels, who had a fumble last week, fumbles again this week. Maybe a costly one. Not holding on to it. Good job by Kemp attacking that football. And if I'm Wake, I'm trying to take a shot at the end zone right now with the sudden change.
Wolford close to 200 passing. You're right. He will take a shot. And who's got it? NC State takes it right back. Sean Boone with the interception. He pulled it right away from the receiver.
And I don't have a problem with this. He's going up to grab that ball. That's just good defense there by Cameron Glenn. Fighting to the end. That's just a good job right there. Cameron Glenn at the end. Just pulling it down.
Mike Stevens got a hand on it.
With Stevens, yeah.
Sean Boone with the interception. Wolford goes to the telephone. As these teams exchange turnovers, and NC State,
I don't mind that play, though.
Gets a big play from the defense, though, to get it back.
But it's being aggressive. Stevens was as aggressive in his coverage, knocks the ball loose.
And now Finley going to the air on first down. And that's another drop for Harmon.
Again, letting the ball get into the body. And Harmon, this is the second time he's done that. You got to go up with the hands. You got to grab that football from the sky. Grab it out of the air. When you allow the football to come into the body, it can ricochet. That time, off the helmet. Earlier, we saw it off the shoulder pad.
Play action pass. Finley is complete. There is Myers for the first down, a gain of 12 on the catch. These teams have been very good protecting the football throughout the year. Two of the best in the country. That was just the 8th turnover all year for Wake Forest. Only Alabama having fewer in the country coming into the night with 5. Finley on the run. He'll get to the 32. And NC State's done a pretty good job not turning it over as well.
Yeah, protecting the football all year. They only had 8 coming in, 4 interceptions thrown, 4 fumbles. But that fumble by Samuels, you thought, hey, this will be deflating to NC State. They come back and get an interception of their own. Now you feel like the momentum is who's going to make the next play. That's what this game's coming down to. Who's going to make the last play, it seems that.
Gillespie in the backfield, but they're going to throw again. Receiver screen, it's Myers. Gets to the outside, lowers his shoulder. Steps across the 35. He's out at the 37-yard line. Masterson escorted him out. It's going to be 3rd down and manageable here for the NC State Wolfpack. Down 3 with 2.5 to go here in the 3rd.
You get down here, 3rd down. I'm Wake Forest. I find where's Jalen Samuels? Where is he at? He's the guy that you want to get the ball to. Here's Samuels right here. Keep your eye on Samuels on 3rd down.
Looking that way. But it's C.J. Riley with the reception. And they will move the chains. First down, it's a gain of 12.
Yeah, they double teamed Samuels there. They had him covered. And Riley, only having 5 passes coming into the game, makes a huge catch to keep those chains moving for NC State.
Finley. Couple of shoulder fakes. Contact in the secondary. No laundry on the field. It was pass intended for Myers. I get a sense that NC State has, they know they got a break with the defense. Sean Boone getting that interception, getting the ball back in the hands of the offense, because That turnover could have been deflating.
Yeah, it could have been deflating, but the offense is still picking up. Remember, Hines still in the locker room, so where are you going to find offense at outside of Samuels? So far, other receivers are making plays on this drive.
Finley, a rope to the 40-yard line, I should say. Harmon is driven back. And that spotted at the 42.
Sorry, partner. Think about it. He caught that with his hands. I got excited because we saw him 2 previous times earlier. He let the ball get into his body. It bounced off, and watch this catch. Grab it out of the air.
Yep.
It's easy. Grab it, tuck it, not allowing that ball to get into the body.
Yeah, he hasn't had a characteristically sharp night. Fake to Gillespie. Finley throws, looking for Samuels, tried to make a one-hand catch, and it's incomplete. And so now it's 4th down, and I suspect Dorn will go for it again.
Yeah, he's going for it. Samuels almost bringing that in with one hand.
Got to use 2 there, right?
You got to use 2, but I think when you have a guy draped all the way on you, like Bassey was, kind of holding that left arm back. Good job by a veteran corner. Sophomore cornerback holding that arm, only really allowing one hand for Samuels to make the catch.
NC State 1 for 2 on 4th down tonight. Jet sweep. Samuels cuts it up. He's got the 1st down and more. Nudged out of bounds by Masterson. And Samuels, yeah, flexing a little bit, saying we needed that, and I got it for us.
Yeah, I talked about it earlier, making something out of nothing. You hand him the ball in space, he just creates, makes 2 guys miss, and finishes the run. That's what you get excited about with Samuels. Just let him be the playmaker. Get him the ball. Go get us a 1st down. Good job, Samuels.
He's the Pack's leading receiver on the Bolitnikov watch list, but he's not a true wide receiver. They use him as a running back. They'll even line up as a quarterback sometimes. This is Myers. Get a couple on that screenplay. Bassey, the open field tackle, and it might be the last play of quarter number 3. Well, we knew this would probably be a good game between these longtime rivals. NC State on the march, down 3. It's going to be decided late. The 111th meeting between Wake and NC State going to the 4th. NC State is going to get the wind at its back now as we start the 4th quarter. The Wolfpack chasing its first 10-win season in 15 years. Wake Forest, if they win out, including the bowl game, could get to 9 wins. They haven't had many of those in program history. Demon Deacons leading by 3. 15 minutes to play. On 2nd down and 8. First play of the quarter is to Reggie Gillespie. He is probably going to be the primary running back for the Wolfpack the rest of the way. Dave Doran is going to be without Naeem Hines, or at least it is expected he will be. Doubtful to return. We have not seen him since he muffed that punt early in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, so now you got to pick it up. Where do you find the offense? That's where we know where Samuels is, but it's going to be someone else outside of Jalen Samuels that has to make a big play.
Field goal attempts really aren't in the option cards for NC State. Finley is complete. Slipping out of a tackle is Harmon. Great second effort to get the 1st down. How about Kelvin Harmon, who hasn't had a great second half, a couple of drops earlier, with a huge conversion here for the Pack.
Yeah, but the awareness and the recognition. He knows where that 1st down marker is. Just relentless. He was not going to be denied. Tacklers bouncing off of him, extending that football. Good job by Harmon for the 1st down.
1st down, goal to go. Gillespie in the backfield. Samuels goes in motion. It is Gillespie. Finding some running room, bangs his way inside the 5. That was the 75th play of the night for NC State compared to Wake's 44.
And you look at them on the ground, they had through 3 quarters, it was 137 yards that they had. And they continue to do it. We talked about this band of brothers. That's the name of the offensive line. This is where you lean on them. You get down inside the 5-yard line. You lean on this offensive line. Get the tight ends. Block it upright. Hand it off to Samuels.
Jalen Samuels trying to cut the corner on the near sideline. Ran into the boundary. And Grant Dawson, Wendell Dunn combined on the stop. Dunn, 4-year starter at defensive end, 2nd-year captain.
Just doing a good job of penetrating, getting up the field, forcing the ball to bubble. And when you make the ball bubble, make it go east and west, that allows the defense enough time to go and make the play. Or like we say, let the cavalry come. That's what Wake Forest did on that last one.
Fourth tackle for loss for that Wake defense. They had 7 last week at Syracuse. 3rd down, goal to go. Finley looking to the end zone. He'll lob it there. Incomplete. Intended for Samuels. No penalty flags. Justin Sternad, who had a 4th quarter interception last week, was in on the coverage, number 23 in black.
Yeah, when you see 23 in, Justin Sternad, it's all about coverage. And the coverage was on Jalen Samuels. They know where the ball was going. That's a terrific job of being aware of who the playmaker is in that spot. And Wake Forest forcing a field goal.
Kyle Bambard, snake bitten the last few years. This is a 25-yard attempt. And it's sideways, but it goes through. Kyle Bambard missed that 33-yarder at Clemson last year. Ties the game at 24. Welcome back to ESPN Football Primetime. Presented by Dr. Pepper. 100 miles separate these two universities. Nothing separating them on the scoreboard right now. We are tied up at 24 after the 25-yard field goal by Kyle Bambard. Good for that young man, because he has had a tough career. The social media hasn't been kind to him after that missed kick against Clemson last year. He had the wind at his back, was able to tie this one up for the 4th time tonight. Good return for Chuck Wade.
But with each big play, you can hear each fan base.
Loud and clear. Wolford caught by Serenay. Oh, and he takes a hit. Yep, here come the flags. It's a late hit.
Personal foul. Late hit. Defense, number 15.
Yep.
15-yard penalty. 1st down.
It's right there at the end. That's a freshman mistake. That's a true freshman well out of bounds. That's a freshman penalty right there. It costs his team 15 yards.
Yeah, the shove by Fernandez, that was even borderline, but for sure the hit at the waist by Ingram was a penalty. A great field position for the Demon Deacons at the 41 of the Wolfpack. Wolford, a terrific senior quarterback, is complete to Tabari Hines. Hines now 7 catches, well over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns tonight.
He's been working that slot well. He's been in the slot. He's had the coverage by Ingram, the true freshman that just had the penalty. Been playing well.
Wolford on the receiver screen, well read by the defense. Jonathan Alston, the corner, makes the tackle.
You see it, you go get it. That was Alston there. He saw the play, recognized it. I used to have a coach used to tell me when I was in college, if you see it, you believe it, go get it. That's what Alston, he saw that play develop and went made the play.
Colburn barely got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard more. He was dragging Jermaine Pratt, the weak side linebacker. Benzinger helped off the field. for Wake Forest. They're going to go for it here on 4th down and 2. They're 1 for 1 on 4th down tonight. 9 for 16 on the season. The senior quarterback from Jacksonville rolling out. And it is caught by Chuck Wade, his high school teammate again. Boy, Wade only had 15 catches coming into the night. He's made some big ones here this evening.
Wolford getting out of the pocket, creating a little bit of space, running room, throwing room, gets to Wade.
And keep the drive alive, and now Wolford takes off on 1st down and gets to the 24. Bradley Chubb with the tackle.
Couple changes there. Osterhage, he goes to center, so right guard moves to center. Gilliam, the backup center, goes to right guard.
That's another catch by Chuck Wade. And slamming his hands to the turf, Jonathan Alston saying, how can this guy continue to get open on
This
first down?
Good job by the offensive line. We just saw Benzinger go out. So the center, normal center, Ryan Anderson, he moves over to right tackle. It's a good job by this offensive line being able to block it up.
Wolford throwing toward the end zone. Hines is there. Caught. Touchdown, Wake Forest. What a night for Tabari Hines. His 3rd touchdown catch.
That's a catch. No juggle. He completes the process. 2 hands. I talked about it earlier. 2 hands. He high points it, brings it down. And if I'm Dave Huxtable, defensive coordinator at NC State, I got to get some help from my true freshman, Chris Ingram, because Hines is wearing him out tonight.
Blocked. That is the 2nd week in a row that Wake Forest has had an extra point blocked. Hill and Jones coming right up the middle to block that kick by Weaver, and it stays a 6-point game. But now Wake Forest is 4 for 4 in the red zone tonight, and Tabari Hines has 3 of the Wake Forest scores. This was a beautiful catch by the junior from Florence, South Carolina, but NC State is able to block the extra point. This has been fun here tonight, partner.
I'm feeling the atmosphere.
Oh, it's great.
This is a rivalry. You can feel it.
It's great to have these 2 programs at the level that they're at again.
See what you did there.
Finley, the handoff to Gillespie. Again, Naeem Hines has a return from the locker room. Kamara with a nice tackle on Gillespie after that 4-yard pickup. So we'll see what NC State can do. Their special teams unit blocking that extra point could loom large.
For NC State, you still run your offense. Nothing's changed. You continue to make drives, execute down the field.
We'll feed it to Gillespie again. He's going to be cut down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe even a loss. Grant Dawson, the linebacker, and Kamara again forcing a 3rd and long.
Yeah, you see, anytime you see that C on the chest right there, that's a captain. That's a captain making a play.
Senior from right here in Winston-Salem.
So you know he understands. It's senior day here. Not the last home game for Wake, but it's senior day. And definitely Dawson making his presence felt as a senior captain.
Finley with some pressure coming. Got rid of it downfield. Caught around the 45 and out of bounds. Jacoby Myers. That's a gain of 12. It'll keep the drive alive.
Nice little rhythm throw from Finley. Recognizing the blitz. Takes his time. Delivers it to Myers. Gets out. And like I said, you still run your offense. I know that you feel like we got to play catch up, but you run your offense. Continue to do what you do well. That's these nice little short 5-yard routes. Catch and run elements.
Finley is physically and mentally tougher this year, according to his offensive coordinator. Saw it there on that conversion. Jet sweep. Samuels looking for room. Stays on his feet, gets inside the 40, out at the 38.
Jalen Samuels, such a weapon for Eli Drinkwitz. You know, I was asking him, have you ever had a player like that? And he talked about a couple NFL guys. He's had J.D. McKissick with the Seattle Seahawks, or Jeremy McNichols, who he had at Boise State. These are certain players that you don't really have a position for them. You just call them playmakers. You just get them the ball. That's what Samuels has done all night long. Wherever you line him up at, just get him the ball.
Fake the toss. Finley now running around. Still looking downfield. He's in trouble, and he's going to have to step out of bounds. And now it's going to be 3rd and fairly long for the junior quarterback from Phoenix. Yarberry forced him out. That is the first sack tonight by the Wake Forest defense, and only the 12th allowed all year by that NC State offensive line. Third down and 7.
Here's Samuels.
Ryan Finley. A rope. Caught by Amizi. And he got it. First down, NC State. Huge reception again for the rookie.
You find who's going to be the guys to step up. And sometimes it's the guy who you probably least expected. It's a true freshman, Amizi, with a terrific catch, picking up the first down.
Throwing again. Finley. Contact. No flags. He went for Kelvin Harmon, but Taylor, the cornerback, standing his ground.
Yeah, Taylor doing a good job. Sort of panicked there at the end, but it's such an errant pass. Had that pass been on the mark, I think you possibly would have gotten a pass interference, but by it sailing so deep, far over his head, ended up being good defense by Taylor.
Gillespie in the backfield. This will be the 12th play of the series. Boy, NC State has had some long drives tonight. It is Gillespie spinning out of the initial hit, and he gets to the 26-yard line. Huge 3rd down again for the Wolfpack. Gillespie hit, got the first down to the outside, on his feet to the 10-yard line, where he's finally wrestled down. What a run for Reggie Gillespie, who's filling in for Hines.
Yeah, Reggie just going off right tackle. Showed a little patience, make guys miss, setting up blocks. It's a nice run.
Under 2 minutes to play. Finley, complete. Amizi, what a move! Lost the football! Wake Forest recovers, it's a touchback. Demetrius Kemp got on the loose ball as Amizi lost it going toward the end zone.
It's Amizi sticking that ball out. And that's just a great job knocking it out. It's Demetrius Kemp. And he goes right for the forearm. He goes right for the forearm. Dislodges that football. No, Bill Belichick, New England Patriots head coach, always talks about when you get near the goal line, just tuck the ball. Don't stick it out.
Rolling on the field. There's a fumble recovered at the half-yard line, recovered in the end zone for a touchback. That play is under further review.
Now they're going to look at it again to make sure that Amizi did not cross the plane with that football.
No, the tip of that ball, that's what I looked at first. Where's the tip of that football? It didn't make it. And
the ruling on the field stands. Touchback.
That's a huge mistake, freshman mistake.
You can see the sheer emotion on Amizi's face. He made a great catch for a touchdown earlier tonight. back in the third quarter, but here a mistake reaching for the goal line. It was popped out. Wake Forest recovers in the end zone for a touchback.
It wasn't because of effort. And you see the emotions right there. That's a true freshman. That's the emotions. But now guess what? You still got football left. You got to rely on your defense. You got to rely on Chubb, that defensive line. You got timeouts left. Get that ball back one more time to your offense.
They're going to keep it on the ground because now the clock is their friend. NC State only 8 turnovers coming into the night. Number 34, Demetrius Kemp, the guy with the hair there.
Yeah.
He
nice
is the
dude.
player of the game. 8 tackles, 7 solo tackles, a quarterback hurry, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. A minute 40 to go as Wolford keeps it. And a third down for Wake Forest as NC State calls a timeout. And they're out of timeouts. Wake Forest had their last extra point blocked. Colburn behind a block. Going to be hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down. Justin Jones on the tackle.
Wake Forest just let this clock go. Down to 1 second. Use your timeout. But you got to remember, they've already blocked one today. NC State's going to come after this football.
Dom Maggio, 3rd-team All-ACC last year. His dad, Kirk, an All-American punter at UCLA. This is his 5th kick. Back to return at the 45-yard line. Gavin Locklear. It's going to bounce. It's going to roll to the 45, and that's where Locklear will smother it. And there's 41 seconds for NC State to work with. They don't have any timeouts. This is the play of the game right now.
Yeah, they're just making a play as a true freshman, but just extending that ball at the end. Demetrius Kemp, watch how he attacks that ball. Attacks the forearm. Ball comes loose. He recovers. That's truly the play of the game right there. You see the emotions of a true freshman. No, he had the game-winning possible touchdown. Possibly could have won it.
He's on the field here at this critical time. Bottom of your screen, Samuels is in the slot. Finley, they have to work fast. To the outside, it's incomplete. Intended for Myers. There's a flag. This might be a late hit on Wake Forest.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 90, 15 yards, 1st down.
That's going to be on Kamara for the late hit.
That may be a completion. First of all, you get that personal foul at the end, roughing the passer. But I think you take the penalty anyway. But right in front of the official, he throws the flag.
Backs him up to the 41. 25 seconds to play. It's complete. Caught by Gillespie. They've got to hurry. No timeouts. That clock is running.
That's not the throw you wanted. You wanted to get that to the sideline. You wanted to go out of bounds. Now you're forced to run a quick play. Have to throw it to the sideline here.
Finley looking toward the end zone. He's going to lob it that way. Throw is intercepted. Isang Bassing picks it off. And Wake Forest is going to get a win. How about this Wake defense tonight, Kirk? 3rd turnover forced, and they've all been clutch.
They've stood tall. They've intercepted a quarterback who doesn't throw interceptions as they carry Mr. Bassey out.
Are they carrying him off the field?
Well, the way he played tonight, you got to carry him off. Only a sophomore. But wow, did he come up big tonight for Wake Forest. This is a big win.
Wake Forest ends North Carolina State's 3-game winning streak in this series. They get their 7th win of the year, their 4th in league play, and this is Bassey sealing it with the pick.
Just standing in front of cutting Harmon off. Just knowing where he's at on the field. And he goes up, high points it, grabs it with his hands. I like seeing that you grab it with your hands, bring it down, and then celebrate with your friends, celebrate with your teammates on a big intrastate rivalry win. That's big.
NC State, which was clinging to hopes for a big bowl game, maybe even the Orange Bowl, suffers a tough loss here tonight on the road, 30-24.
It's a big game. It's a big win for Wake Forest. Head coach Dave Clawson, this is what he talked about, bringing Wake back. They get to 7 wins, and they're not done yet. They're not finished yet. Wolford talk about leaving a legacy. This is the legacy that he wants to leave here at Wake, winning big games like this.
They've got Duke next week. They force 3 big turnovers and get the win, 30-24. NC Central and NC A&T.